What is good, everybody? Get that pinky out. Today is Monday. Grab a frosty beverage and let's celebrate the end of Monday. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. Hey, if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. Smash one of those reaction buttons as well down there and hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping content. Usually every Monday at a minimum. We've got 2 packages, but before we get to that, let me hit up this chat. We had some tailgaters hanging out. Great to see everybody. Rob Boswell, good to see you, man. Good to see you around. I got to stop by your channel and get caught up on some of your content. Looking forward to that. Downright Nerdy Podcast. What's up, man? Thanks for having me on for a couple minutes last night. That was a great episode. Secret of Nim is one of my favorite movies as a kid. Captain Comics, thanks for being here, man. Good to see you. Appreciate your time. We got Legion of Comics. Welcome, man. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. If you're on the East Coast, your Monday's almost over. And something else, don't mind the construction going on. We got big things happening around here, but let's get to some packages. I've got a Punisher pickup that I've been eyeing for well over a year that I finally committed to. And I got an A-OK from a good friend that I'm going to share too. Slim Comics and more, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Hopefully your Monday's coming to a close and you had a good day. I'm going to dive into these in just a second. Been looking forward to hanging out with you guys and talking comic books all week. It's almost springtime, and I've got that bug up my tailpipe. I want to get cleaning, so I started dusting and cleaning down here, and I realized it's time for an update. It's time for a change, so I'm digging and cleaning and got some construction going on behind me. Stay tuned. Hopefully I'll have that done by Wednesday, the next time I go live. We'll see, because I'm looking forward to doing a bunch of other content. And Comicmanandy got tired of coping with all the glare back there with all the bling and all the slabs. So did I fix it or did I make it worse? Find out. Coming up here soon. M3 Lions, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Hopefully your day went well and your Monday is coming to a close. So tomorrow's a new day for you, sir. But let me get into this A-OK first really quick. Once again, I've lost my blade. See if I can find something else that'll work out. Once again, Daymares has sent an A-OK. You don't have to do that, man. I appreciate it. He knows that I've been on the hunt. I'm pretty sure I remember what this is for a specific Saga book for a long time. And Monday's gonna Monday. But I'm gonna run with scissors today. So there's a specific Saga book that didn't get very heavily printed, but isn't like a mega expensive grail, right? And I think he found a couple copies. M3 Lines, 9 p.m. Holy smokes, that's kind of late. Thanks for hanging out. He always packs amazingly well. Good Gemini mailer. Good interior packaging. Got some painter's tape in there. Rye Smelts, thanks for being here, man. Cheers to Monday coming to a close. Ooh, here we go. Welcome to the great Herminio Reyes Jr. Good to see you, man. Saga who? Saga what? Saga wait? Ooh. M. Hugh, good to see you. Have trouble with names. I'll try and keep that. M. Hugh, let me know. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate your time. Louis the 13th, thanks for being here. Like I said, I'm just digging into this quick A-OK that Daymare sent over. Man, and I gotta hit him back up. One of these days. The tough part is trying to figure out what to send without ruining a surprise. Here we go. Well packaged with some good painter's tape and pull tabs. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I might run a little long today and just hang out with you guys and talk comic books. And absolutely. Oh, wow. Yeeteth, the cardboard. All right. So now he hit me up and said that a couple of these weren't in great shape. And I'm like, dude, I don't even have a regular standard copy. But these actually don't look too bad. Oh, Saga Image First. These are the 2014 editions too. Now, the 2014 editions, I just don't see. I don't see in public on the hunt anywhere in any kind of shape. I still cannot figure out what the print run on the Image First 2014 or the Image First Saga, the 2014 printing. I still cannot find a print run for this book. I gotta imagine it can't be very high for as hard as it is to find these. And then usually when I do find them, the spine is destroyed. It's just not worth grabbing a copy. Because I even like to try to keep reader copies in, mid grade or higher. And these are definitely higher than mid grade. Definitely higher than mid grade. I'll keep that one up to show you guys in a second. But he actually threw in a couple of them. So I don't know where he found these at. But this is super cool because these might take a good clean and a press and might be in those high 9 section for submission just to help complete the collection. Because you guys watching know that I love Saga. And if you're new here and you don't know, I love Saga. I love collecting Saga. And the 2014 Image First was the last raw book that I needed to complete a current run of every book in the series. It's also one of the last 2 books that I need in CGC graded to complete the graded run of number 1s. The 2014 and then the Comic-Con India. I got to get those 2 graded, and then I have a full completed run of number 1s. So let's talk about this for a little bit. I mean, this is a huge A-OK for me. This is a massive act of kindness that he was able to find these in really good shape and send me 3 of them. I'm just astounded. Super cool. Now, the 12, the 14, and the 17 printings all have different back covers. Obviously, May 2014. This is a 2014. That's the only way I figured out how to confirm it, just with quick, easy pictures from online sources. So 3 copies of that. Daymares, I greatly appreciate that. That is awesome. That completes. That's shit you guys not. That completes my run of Mondays are gonna Monday. That completes my entire run of Raw Saga comics. 1 through the end, the 54, where it's at right now, and then the printings, the additional printings. Done. That's it. That's massive. That's huge for me. Come on, Mama. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for hanging out. It's so great to see you guys on a Monday. Printed from when they started until they stopped. So technically, you're correct, but then they've got the 2012, the 2014, and the 2017, and I'm sure there's additional printings that are going to come out that I'm going to try to collect. But on the CGC census, CGC recognizes in the registry a 2012 version, a 2014, and a 2017. So that's what's recognized to complete a registry set. So that's what I'm working on. The print runs for the 2014 are pretty low. It's a really tough book to find. I've only just recently seen a copy or 2 show up on eBay after a few years of looking, actually. Saga what? Saga that. And yeah, 12th, 14th, 17th printing. Yeah, I mean, they'll get there. They'll just continue to reprint, but it depends on what the CGC registry recognizes as what it takes to complete a set. If they update that in due time, and I'm sure they will. I mean, that's kind of the point, is they eventually add the other printings as it goes. Piggy's Out Podcast. Ken, hey, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. It was fun hanging out with you last night. It was fun seeing you guys go grab a couple of beverages, frosty cold ones for our buddy's birthday. Yes, right, dude. It's huge. That's massive, because I've searched everywhere in my area where I live and have never been able to find a copy. And then when they do pop up on eBay or other online sources, they're thrashed hardcore. And like I said, I even prefer to have reader grade copies of books, at least mid grade or better. And most of the 2014 printings that I've seen online in mid grade, not even mid grade, struggling to hit mid grade. Rob's got the Saga Compendium. That's something that's probably going to be on my hunt list coming up in the future here, is progressively trying to complete the collection. You know what I mean? Like finishing the raw copies, trying to get the CGC graded copies done, and then moving on to hardcovers, compendiums, whatever they come out with. And oh boy, Rob, good one, man. Voltron 1 and 2, man. I've been eyeing that stuff for a while and still haven't added that to my collection. Priorities, lots of things going on. I digress for a moment. This is huge, Daymares. Thank you very much. That is awesome. I greatly appreciate it. You didn't have to send 3 copies. 1 copy would have been plenty. Thank you very much. But let me get into another huge addition to the collection here. This is a book that I've eyed for quite a long while. It sat and sat and sat on eBay forever. And I'll tell you why here in a little bit. Well, let's get into the packaging. Let's get into the unboxing. The standard USPS priority box is in really good shape. It got crushed a little bit, but it feels like it's one of those, somebody grabbed it too hard as they were yeeting it to my front door, maybe. Yeah, those are some hella good pickups, Rob. Just like Slim said, that's pretty awesome. I am probably going to wish I would have remembered to put my razor blade on the counter here instead of cleaning up my tools. And yeah, run with scissors. This will be interesting. Like I said, Saga and Punisher. Yes, yeet. I will yeeteth this box the hell out of my lap in a moment here. All right. First impressions. Ooh. That's how you pack a slab. I gave it away. It's a slab. That's how you pack a slab. Seriously, that's done pretty dang well. That's impressive. Yeet. Good way to start the day. Start the day, end the day. Ooh. Oh, it's a trap. It's a trap. There's lots of tape here, which means lots of noise. So let me get this. This is a struggle bus kind of Monday for me. I'm really excited about this, though. I'm not excited about what I paid for it, and I'll complain to you guys in a moment. Oh, hey, we're getting somewhere. All right. I thought we were. Hold on. Okay. And more tape. Pull tabs. Gotta have some pull tabs. If not, this is kind of what happens. But we can get through it. So this is an incredibly well packaged slab. And more tape. I'll read that later. All right. Oh, another fiber envelope. You guys watch my channel. You know these fiber envelopes are awesome in protecting the stuff that you ship. They are not awesome to open. Pretty much have to destroy them. Holy shit. This is the best pack slab I've gotten all year. And there's more cardboard. Yeet. Yeet. Ooh, yeet. Get rid of the bag. Yeet. All right. Gotta love that good old Stridex ad, right? From way back in the day. What did we get? Wow. Punisher 95 9.6 slab. Why did I buy a 9.6? You guessed it. Newsstand. Now, newsstand, there's quite a craze going on with newsstands, right? It's kind of a big deal, right? Well, in 95, there were a fair bit of newsstand copies of a lot of stuff out there, right? Newsstand wasn't as rare as, say, 2004 or 2005 to 2010 or 2012. Newsstands were a lot more rare then than they were in 95. Here's the kicker, though. Punisher number 95 has a very low print run. It's a tough book to find in high grade. And I had an opening in my collection on my CGC registry for this book. I had been looking for it for a long time. I've seen this one on eBay for well over a year. Why did I not pick it up for the longest time ever? because I've been paying what I paid for this is what I've been paying for 9/8 for 8, 9 years. $30 to $40 for 9/8 Punisher slabs is what I've been buying for the last 10 years plus. This one sat in that 40, somewhere between $40 and $50 on eBay. I'm like, I can buy 9/8 for that. Why am I going to pay, that price for a 9/6? Well, low print run, it sat forever and ever and ever on eBay. I was really comfortable that it wasn't going to go anywhere. So I kind of dropped that pretty low on the priority list. And it got to the point where I'm like, you know what? The contract is running out with Netflix for Bernthal and Jessica Jones. Things are going to heat up. Punisher stuff is probably going to, I don't want to use the term spike, but it's going to get more attention. I feel like this book might go before I can get it. So I tuned in. I turned in a number of eBay points or eBay bucks or whatever it was some time ago, and to try to get the price down a little bit. And I picked it up. Now I'm really starting. I really have to reevaluate myself as a collector a bit. When I started this adventure many, many, many years ago to collect Punisher slabs in 9.8, you could regularly buy Punisher slabs for, what do we got going on here now? Come on. You could regularly buy Punisher slabs for $30 to $35 to $40. A lot of the Punisher slabs you guys see me cycling out behind me or putting up for view or sharing with you guys or showing $30, $40, $50 for the bulk of those 9/8 over the last decade, because people just weren't really collecting Punisher stuff that much, like the solo series stuff. First appearance, second appearance, sure, because it's ASM keys. People want those. Prices go up on that. But Punisher slabs from the mini series didn't get hot until the last couple of years. The Punisher Volume 2 series slabs were dirt cheap. Basically, the cost to slab a book is what they were going for on eBay, $30 to $40. I'll pay that price all day long, because then I don't have to hunt for the book. I don't have to worry about what the grade is going to come back. Now I'm seeing people pricing these slabs at $100, $150 to $200 for the low print run stuff, and if not higher. Now, some of those copies of issues 100 through 104, they were asking hundreds of dollars for many years. But because those became sought after and collectors really knew that, and flippers really knew that, they were sending more off to CGC. Well, there's a lot of books in the issue 70 to issue like 100, issue 70 to issue 99. There's a lot in there that are just super low on the census on CGC. Now, there are hopefully still plenty of books out there in high grade, so those census numbers can catch up. But a lot of those books, issues number 70 through 99 now, because they're so low on the census and so many people are interested in buying Punisher books now, people are the asking prices on these books are 10 times higher than what I would normally pay for a Punisher slab. So I'm like sitting here, I'm like, I need that, I need that, I need that. But I'm not willing to cough up $180 for a Punisher 9.8 slab when the last 20 or 30 years, they're just, well, not 20 or 30 years, but from when CGC started till now, last 20 and a half years, those books just never had the price ranges. They just never had that value. So you were able to pick them up for $20, $30, $40 or whatnot and stay within that window. I mean, I bought a 9.6 Punisher Volume 2 #1 newsstand many, many years ago for like $16 on an auction. People just didn't want them. And here we are today. Now, there are a lot of collectors out there searching for Punisher stuff. So I find myself passing up books that I've been waiting years to find show up online. I have to pass on them because they're 10 or 15 times higher in price than what I feel like they should be going for. Value is in the eye of the beholder, though. Something is only worth what people are willing to pay for it. So at some point, those books will hopefully creep down as people don't buy it, as the census numbers come up, as more collectors and more flippers find these books in bins and find them in gradable condition, and the census numbers rebound a little bit. My hope is that these prices fluctuate back down to what is a agreeable level for a collector of my nature. I don't know a lot of other Punisher collectors in this YouTube community that buy Punisher slabs like weekly like I do. Sometimes I buy 4 or 5 slabs a month. I try to keep it to 1 or 2 slabs a month just because it's pricey fast and shipping's ridiculous, and so are the taxes and fees. I don't know a lot of other Punisher collectors out there that are buying stuff so regularly and paying attention to the rates fluctuate and the asking prices, but for the love of God, I'm not paying $200 for a 9.8 Punisher slab. It's just seems like a hellishly ridiculous price to ask on a book that sat around with zero interest and zero value for years. It's almost like there's an attempt to create a level of FOMO with Punisher stuff now that the contracts are running out or have run out and reverted back to Marvel, or maybe I don't know if Marvel bought them or picked them back up, or how that specifically works. But the potential for Bernthal to be back in those boots of Frank Castle and be back on the screen, and a probably 90 to 95% of Punisher fans out there really want to see Bernthal back. If they don't want to see Bernthal back, they're agreeable with it and they'll enjoy it, but they might not be as fired up as I am about seeing Bernthal come back. Well, with Bernthal coming back, it's just driving more interest and more interest and more searching and more looking. And then it seems like some of these prices are just shooting way for the moon on eBay. And it gets kind of frustrating for me as a very regular buyer of Punisher stuff. I digress. Let's drop the stress. Did I just rhyme? Throw a pinkies out. Grab something cold to drink. Let me hit up this chat. Thanks everybody for popping in here while I was rambling and going on. I love having the opportunity to rant and talk comic books with you guys. Sometimes I just sit down here and I stare at the screen and I rant just because it's a way to blow off a little bit of steam, right? Gorilla Todd Comics, man. Thanks for being here. If you guys don't know Gorilla Todd, you need to check out his channel. You need to sub him up. You need to pay attention to the auctions he has going on. Gorilla Todd Comics, another really amazing YouTuber that's just seeing amazing growth and climb in his channel because he's putting out great content regularly. Don't miss on his stuff. Rob Boswell, good to see you here still. Louis the 13th, thank you. My LCS has a 9.1 Spawn newsstand. Wanted a 9.8. That's where I find myself these days. I want a 9.8 of this. I want a 9.8 of that. But I really need to reevaluate what I'm looking at with my Punisher collection because 9.8s are either not available, extremely low census numbers, or extremely high prices due to that. And look at Spawn #1 newsstand 9.8. That's really high. I mean, super high print run on a book, but the newsstand, I don't even know how many newsstand copies are out there, but that price in a 9.8 does go up. I would consider buying a 9.6 #1 for Spawn in a newsstand. I really would if I thought that the price was affordable and I felt like it was a good value as far as a pickup for my collection. I'm not a massive Spawn fan, but I feel like that's one of those books I grew up with that I'd love to add to the collection. Ooh, hey, Punisher D's nuts. You could. You should. Either way, moving on. Ooh, Boswell, you got a 9.8 Spawn 1. Nice. Very cool. So the Netflix series got Punisher more popular. I agree with that quite a bit. Not only did it bring more attention to Frank Castle and the Punisher, it really educated a lot of people that are in that age group in their 20s now that didn't necessarily grow up with good Punisher content, good writing, or good movies. They got a damn good Punisher show out of Netflix and out of Bernthal. And it really invigorated a lot of people, I think. And yeah, whether it comes down to educating people about that character or re-energizing the people that are Punisher fans, I agree with that wholeheartedly, man. M3 Lions, yeah, need to grade it. If it ain't a 9.8, it'll be disappointed. Get it pressed and clean. Press and clean, otherwise you leave money on the table, please. Here else, who we have going on? I can't stick a barcode on mine. Oh boy. Hey, Hydra Comics, good to see you, man. What's good in the hood? Thanks for being here. Appreciate you stopping by. Oh man, yeah. So once again, thank you everybody for tuning in and letting me rant a little bit about Punisher stuff. And that's my Monday mail call. Don't mind the construction. There's some plans going on this week. Hopefully I have all this stuff done at some point soon, because otherwise it's just going to look really silly. But hey, Dreadnox for life. Thanks for being here, man. First comic ever bought was Punisher #1 miniseries at a convenience store down the street. Oh, that is epic, man. Really wish I still had it, but I lost it in many moves I've done. So Dreadnox for life and I have something very similar in common. The first comic book I ever bought was also a Punisher comic book. And that was Punisher War Journal #1. I got it off of a spinner rack at a drugstore when I was a kid. One of those things where, your family is like, hey, you did really good in these grades, or you did good something, just not killing your parents, basically. So you get that little treat, that little, what was it? Whatever it was at the time, $1.25, something like that. So yeah, Punisher Wardrobe Number was my first comic. Dreadnoks, that's pretty sweet, man. That miniseries is awesome. I stalled and waited way too long to buy those miniseries books. I did get one at a really good price from Comic Books NYC in an auction 2 years ago. And I do have that sitting in the box at a 9.6 because it was a super affordable price. I really appreciate that. I just bought it because, yeah, the cover is pretty dope. That is a pretty dope cover. But let me go back and find a comment that I had to click on show. And Gorilla Todd, where did that go, man? Because I do want to highlight that. It's not showing up in this feed here on StreamYard. I digress. Gorilla Todd Comics actually just dropped his 1,000 sub contest video. So be sure to check out that video on his channel today. 1,000 subs. Making good gains there. Awesome stuff. Don Davis, hey, thanks for stopping in, man. I'll hit the recap on these books. Mail call Monday. I'm running long. Got a lot of wind in my sail today. Had a lot to get off my chest about Punisher stuff. So, yeah. Let me hit this up again really quick. We got not only one, not just one, but 3 copies of Saga #1 Image First, the 2014 printing. This completes my epic many-year attempt at completing every copy of Saga in the raw form to read. I have a reader copy of every book now. But he sent 3 of them, and 2 of these look like they could seriously be contenders and super high grade with a press and a clean. So thank you very much, Daymares. I greatly appreciate that. I don't know where you found them. I'd really be interested in hearing where you found them because it's just, I never found those anywhere. And then a pretty awesome eBay pickup. And I might even CPR this at some point just to see if I can get this back in a 9.8. Punisher number 95 in a 9.6. And it's a newsstand copy. So newsstand copies in 1995 aren't really hard to find on most books, but this was not printed very highly. They're just 90, issue 90 to issue 104. Pretty low print run. I know issue 100 to 104 is really low, but that's awesome. And like I said, I've been watching this on eBay for a long time, well over a year, and just put it lower and lower on the list of priorities on things to do just because of the simple fact that they wanted $40 to $50 for this. And at the time I was buying 9.8s for under like that $40 price tag or less even. So that's it. I can't thank you guys enough for coming and hanging out and talking comic books. At some point, I ran long today just because I really wanted to have fun and just talk with you guys. At some point, I'm going to be getting some longer format or longer kind of a longer format where I sit down with people here coming in and out where we can actually talk comic books. Who knows when that's going to be or what it's going to be about essentially. But as long as it's comic books and we're talking comic books, we're having fun, right? Thank you again, everybody, for being here. You know how I do it. Every day, all day, every week. I'm going to go pinkies out. I'm going to go peace out. Catch you on the flip side for the next video. Remember the most important part. All day, every day. Preach it.
Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.